Yo, what's up, man? Back with another episode of West of the 110. It was a long weekend, prior week before that. A lot of things that transpired, a lot of things that are still going on, a lot of things that are still being investigated. But we here another week. So, I hope y'all had a good weekend. I hope your week started off good. I hope your Monday started off pretty good. You know, it's some things we're gonna get into, man. While we wait for some of the others to come in here, you know what I'm saying? I hope everybody had a good week, you know what I'm saying? Prior to that, getting some late emails in, people talking some crazy shit. But yeah, man, I know everybody's heard about what's going on in South Central Los Angeles, the big Rico case, everybody knows about that. Damn, who saw that coming? Or should I say, who didn't see that coming? A lot of people may say that they seen that coming. For the ones who did say that, it's just crazy, but you got to look at what the federal government is doing. Federal government is they're on the ball, if some may say. This new president that we have, Mr. Trump, he came in, he started doing what he said he was going to do. A lot of people don't know how to feel about that, but they're doing it on the federal level. So I think locally, some of the local police departments start to get involved. A lot of them are starting to get involved, and a lot of people don't like what they see. Some like what they see. What's going on, Glenn? How you doing?
What's up?
Oh, nothing much, man. We just sitting here live, getting started. Some of the other fellows going in. We'll just chiming in on some stuff real quick. What's the word, man? So far, what I was talking about. I don't know if you're familiar with the big Rico case going on, but that's what I was telling people, talking to people about. But why don't you let people know something about yourself? For those who don't know, this is a good friend of mine's. Father, he's a well-educated man, been around the world and back. You know what I'm saying? He's been to South Korea 17 times. Go ahead, Glenn. Tell the folks about yourself, man. Tell them something you want them to know.
Like I said, I used to work in the aircraft industry. Been all over the country, dealt with a whole lot of people. So that's about it. Went to school and I'm here now. Got asked to come on this, so I'm here.
We appreciate it. We got Big LA in here in TARS. What's going on, brother Rush Stringfellow out of Houston, Texas? How's the weather down there? The mosquitoes starting to bite?
No, not yet, man. It's a pretty day, actually. It's nice, about 85 degrees. Sunny.
Yeah. He got some neck. He got some neck at the Elk Lodge while sipping on some dirty lemonade.
It is what it is, Hey, don't hang
Well, what up, big bro? What's happening, man? They used to me by now. Y'all used to me by now. Yeah. Lil bro finna come in talking shit. and then get on some. Oh man, chilling, bro, chilling. I'm enjoying. I can honestly say, you know what I'm saying. At 37 years old, I'm understanding what enjoy life means, because you either came from the streets or was associated with them to an extent, coming from where we come from. So you learning how to let certain aspects of day to day go. You dig what I'm saying? But other than that, you learn it. And my fault for getting all extra, like I don't know how to say it, but deep so fast. But yeah, I'm learning life, bro, and I'm liking it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Hey, big LA, you know what I'm saying? A square from Delaware, you know what I'm saying? Hey, ain't nothing wrong with it. Hey, don't push me. Don't push me. My brother. Hey, just leave my brothers, my kids, and our mothers alone, and we good. We good. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I won't have to rock your boat if you don't rock mine. Hey. Other than that, yeah, I'm square from Delaware. I'll be chilling.
I
Hey,
hear you on
Glenn, what's
that.
happening? What's happening?
I
How
hear
you doing?
I'm doing all right. How you, brother?
I hear you on
Good.
that.
So what part of LA?
Who's doing that?
Oh, South Central. South
What,
Central.
what part? Where you from? Not
Third.
asking you where your gang is. I'm just trying to
Ooh, ooh.
say.
Big
Oh
LA.
man.
Okay, okay. So, ooh,
See,
hey,
I'm over by Harvard Park, so that's all I got to say. That's what
ooh, look. Okay, look. See, like I said, he ain't through with me yet. I'm still shaking off some things and learning other things. You dig what I'm talking about?
okay.
But my grandmother had an apartment on 73rd and Fig. My
Okay.
great grandmother lived on 118th and Spring in Maine,
I used to,
right up under the freeway zone.
yeah.
Yeah.
I used to go with a girl on 73rd in Maine.
See. You and Russ down there. You and Russ down there. Y'all was doing y'all thing in y'all day.
Yeah, see,
You know
like
what?
I said, when I was running around LA, there wasn't none of this stuff about going through somebody's neighborhood and all the other kind of stuff. You just another person. You know, you weren't
Okay, if you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
71.
Okay. So in your major day of cutting up or doing whatever you was doing as an adolescent in the streets of Los
Right.
Angeles, you seen a lot of it sprout up. You seen a lot of it start.
Yeah.
So if you could compare then to now, what would you say about now?
Well, when I was coming up at 18 was a turning point. When you turned 18, you went to school, you got a job, or
Hmm.
I mean, you start making kids and had to get a job.
Yeah, you ain't
You
had no
know,
choice.
yeah, it wasn't like today where a cat would just, he's just still running with his mama and daddy, and he's 40 years old, 50 years old. That's crazy. Because like I said, I've been on my own since I was 14, basically. Working and doing what I'm supposed to do in order to get through to help my parents to help me get out, and that's what I did.
Respect, respect. I tell my kids all the time, y'all couldn't have made it. Y'all wouldn't have made it.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm 37. Yeah, no, they wouldn't have made it.
Yeah, I hate to say it, I got kids older than you, so
Hey,
Oh,
no,
hold on,
no,
hey,
hold on,
yeah,
hold
I
on.
understand.
See,
I understand.
Honey P didn't tell me you shoot the jokes off too. I'm quite sure you got kids older than me. Goddamn, I'm talking about you 71. Sir, you double my life almost.
There you
And
go.
I want to say it's a blessing to see you on the screen with us tonight. I want to take my hat off to you for making that
Well, thank you.
milestone of an age for real.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's like you just you got to live, but you can't. It's the way you live. It's how you live. Like I said, you ain't made 37 years of your life being that big of a fool. You know,
Facts, facts.
it's like I said, I have a lot of partners, man. Like I said, when I came out of high school, by the time I came out of, by the time I started working, they weren't on earth no more.
Oh
Uh,
wow, yeah, true, very
so,
true.
you know, and then it got worse and worse and worse. Like I said, I mean, and like I said, living over there, it's the same thing. People getting shot and killed all the time.
Yeah,
Uh, it really got bad in the 80s, late 70s, early 80s when it really got bad. And oh, did I do something wrong?
no, you good, you
No, that's
good.
no, you
that's
didn't.
under
You
T.
didn't.
Yeah, you guys, like I said, man, you grew up differently. I did everything that everybody else did. I wasn't no angel. But like I said, when I turned 18, it was on. I mean, my first kid was born when I was 19. And like I said, it was about taking care of my family and doing right by what I was supposed to do in life. You know, I mean, I got lucky. I got a job working for McDonnell Douglas, which was a big aircraft industry job, and you know, I stuck with it. And from that, I went all over the United States. You know, I've worked in places that you ain't never heard before. You know, like I worked for a place in Moose Up, Connecticut. I worked in a place called Ponca City, Oklahoma. Yakima. You think, hey man, they pay good. That's all I worried about.
Right.
You know,
Money.
You know, I'm the kind of cat that I'm gonna work. You know, and the industry was cutting out in California for me. And like I said, it wasn't nothing for me to hop in my car and drive across the United States. I drove to Newport News, Virginia, worked there for 3 months, drove back home, changed my clothes and headed out to this place called Moose Up, Connecticut. And that's like in Connecticut, you know where that's at. So that was almost a 3,000-mile drive, you know, and so you're looking at, oh God, just in 5 months, 6 months, I drove damn near 10,000 miles. And that was just in the United States, just to keep my family going, just to make sure that my family got over. So, you know, it's like I said, it was all about what you have to do, you know, what you have to, you know, what you got to be, you know, and I didn't want to be on that other side, you know, like I said, I like doing shit too much, you know. You know, and that's the truth, man. I mean, you know, it was like I said, you know, you enjoying yourself right now, you know, and it's about not making another person pay for my enjoyment. I do it myself.
Right. A lot of people don't understand that.
But like I say, man, you know, you guys is a new generation, and you know, I hope this idiot we got in the White House don't tell you all this.
I don't think they're gonna do us too bad. They can't do no worse than the last one.
Hey, Big LA. Hey, Big
What up?
LA. I'm glad you said that before we get off topic. You know what I'm saying? That's something I was gonna bring up. You know, like how do y'all feel about that? Especially, you know, let me entwine both of these with each other. You know, we all heard about the RICO charge that was charged to the Rolling 60s over here. And I want to say, is that you have something to do with federal legislation? Are they trying to clean up America? They sending in ICE to clean up people who are not supposed to be here. So locally, do you think the police are trying to get involved and clean up street terrorism? And if so, is that good or bad? Is that a benefit for the city, or do you think another gang is just gonna try to move in?
They ain't got rid of him yet. You know, he's still rolling.
But look, OG, look, they got a 96% conviction rate. Do you really think he gonna get away?
Hey man, like I said, if the glove don't fit, you must have quit. It depends upon the judge you got. I mean, your lawyers. I mean, if his lawyers are right, they got to prove everything they say. You know, it ain't the indictment; it's proving the indictment. I can say anything. I can say, Big LA, you was rolling down South Central yesterday, but I got to prove it. You know what I'm saying? I do. So they have to prove all that stuff. Just because it's on paper, they have to prove it without a shadow of doubt.
They said they got a lot of hold on,
Big LA.
They said they got a lot of tape. You know what I'm saying? A lot of conversations that happen. How you get away from them conversations, them recorded phone calls?
Like the same way you get rid before, but if you know, like I said, it's just you got to prove what's said. I can turn around and say, like I said, I just saw you rolling down Western yesterday. You know, so I can say that all I want. I have to be able to say that I have some corroborating evidence that says that 1,000 people saw you driving down Crenshaw or down.
Factual. Yo,
You need collaborating evidence. See what they're trying to do. That's why they pull all them. Now I have a little inside, and most of them cats that they picked up, they weren't rolling 60s. So, so how you gonna sit there and take collaborating evidence by people that you won't even talk to, and to keep them out of jail, they'll lie about anything.
In a
And they ain't
dog
got
chow,
really nothing
we
to do
believe
with it.
helping dogs live their best life should be simple. That's why dog chow is made with high quality protein and no fillers. Purina Dog Chow. Life's simple.
Your mute is on.
Pardon me?
No, I was saying 100 P looked like he was trying to talk, but he's muted.
Yeah, no, my bad. I was asking. So I'm pretty sure that this isn't the first major game that the police has probably been looking at or looking to get. We know probably more is to come. That the Olympics is coming. You know, especially going to be a big destination for a lot of them. So do you think there's more to come? But before we get to that, hey Tars, let me ask you this question off of what Glenn said. What do you think about that, man? You think about, you know, some cats in there telling, you know, is it gonna help any of them out if they involved in this RICO? Is it any way out of getting out of a RICO if you charge with anything, even if you're giving up information from a legal standpoint?
But is there any way of getting out of it? I mean, yeah, there's always a way to get out of it. Like Glenn said, they have to prove everything that they're alleging. I said, but the only thing about the federal government is that most of the time when they come, it's after, or by the time that you realize that they are actually on you, they may have been watching you for several years sometime.
Yeah.
So they're gathering evidence during that time.
Well, for what I heard, they were talking about the amount of money that he took in compared to the amount of money that he so-called spent. Well, you know, like I said, if I'm sitting there and I'm over a situation, you know, I would be just to say like Taurus, you know, you was getting ready to go and do some dirt, and I grabbed you and your partners and took you to a Laker game, so you wouldn't do no dirt. So you know what I'm saying, kind of stuff like that. It makes better that you would do something like that. You know what I'm saying? You get my drift. That, you know, I'm over a bunch of people, and I got to keep my people out of trouble. So, you know, they say, well, he spent money, you know, on other things other than what he said he spent it on. Hey man, I couldn't say that I took 5 gangbangers to a Laker game. That don't make sense, does it? Oh, but it makes sense in the instant it happened at. So, you know, you got to understand there's ways of getting through and getting over that kind of stuff, you know. But like they said, they got him on murder charges too. So, you know, that's the hard part. But okay, who did it? And you know, like I said, you got to prove that. Just because you heard somebody say it on the telephone don't mean that I did it.
Well, you know, I was telling, hey Glenn, you know what? Well, Tars is an attorney out of Texas. You know, the laws in Texas and California are different. But I was saying it's just amazing that some of these guys will try to give up information to try to get out of that.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah. Yeah, of course they're gonna snitch. You know, when you coming with somebody, you talking about a life sentence or a possible capital murder, death penalty. Yeah, I mean, you'd be surprised how many of these solid gangsters aren't really that solid anymore.
Man, look here. Like you say, man, how many people went to jail over somebody saying something? You know,
Yeah.
And like I said, they give you
right now we're behind that.
Yeah,
conspiracy.
They give you a nice thing talking about, I'll tell you what, you're looking at 25 to life. So let me give you 10 years and just tell the truth. You'll be saying, man, you'll tell Jesus Christ was with you when you did what you did. You know?
Hey, Tars, but you know this firsthand. A lot of people take deals and they probably would have got off. They just scared that if they lose, and a lot of them don't even have nothing against them.
I mean, it may be weak. You know, we get a lot of cases may be weak, and they don't want to take that chance. You go in front of a jury, you never really know for certain what's going to happen because you're dealing with individuals. And you're dealing with, so you got 12 individuals who may or may not even be paying attention to what's actually going on in the trial. So they could be fixated on something as simple as your tie, and they don't like your tie, and all of a sudden, your client is going to be put in a bad position. So, I mean, just so many variables there that sometimes they just take the plea.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, hey, Don, what do you think about that, man? And wipe the spaghetti off your chin. Hey, what you think about that, man? Do they just take the plea or what, man? Should they, should some people fight it? Because if I'm not mistaken, if the statistics are still the same, 95%, especially of African American males who go to court, take a plea deal, and a lot of them weren't even guilty of the shit.
Now, I think they're thinking about, an alternative. Either going to jail for life or maybe getting home in about 20. So they bail out. They get scared. Probably with good reason, because, I mean, brothers don't get the action that other people get. You know what I mean? They're pretty much guilty until proven innocent. So that's how that rocks.
I honestly feel like that's the way for everybody, but we go into it with a certain perception.
And even
they probably really do. They probably really do treat people the same way. We just have this thinking of it. You know what I'm saying? We go into it negative, off the dribble.
Hold up, Big LA. So do you think you saying the criminal justice system is fair?
No, I didn't say that. That motherfucker ain't. It ain't. Look. Hold on.
I'm trying to get some clarification.
Hold on. Let me talk to my big bro right quick. Hold on. It ain't no country club. United States got this. No, not at all. Not at all. That shit don't change nobody. It make them worse. That shit don't, man. Look, to the few that come out and be on some cool shit, hats off to you. You made it through the way. But it's a lot more often than not. Motherfuckers come out fucked up off of being in them places.
People told us they got stuffed crust pizza from Domino's before.
All I'm saying, we always say the man's the oppressor, the man's the oppressor, the man's the oppressor. What if the same options through these cases might be available? And a person just gets scared because inside of that box throw a bunch of numbers at your face. All I'm saying, like Glenn said, you gotta prove it. You gotta prove it to me in front of 12 people. You gotta prove it to me. That's all I'm saying.
And this, Taurus, just this thing about, that you're being judged by your peers. When do your peers be in them juries? You know what I'm saying? Ain't no peers, can you ain't gonna get no 12 people from the hood gonna they're gonna be whitey from
the jury.
They're gonna be whitey from here, and it's everything is set against you. The best thing to do is keep your mouth shut and do what you got to do by yourself and leave these people alone. If you get busted, you get busted by yourself. You do everything by yourself, you're better off. Like I said, most people are, like I said, they go in there and they brag, they come out bragging about what they did, and so Bob went with me and blah blah this and blah blah that, and now they got people to collaborate the stories that they say.
And you're right, though. We are not being judged by our peers. Look at that judge on trial for shooting his wife. Hell, they couldn't convict him, and he put a few slugs in her. So those are his peers. They couldn't judge him. Right. But judging one of us, well, it's gonna be totally different.
You remember a couple of years ago about it was right on 78th and at 78th Place in St. Andrews where these two guys got killed. They were chasing these gangbangers and came back and shot the two guys that were working on these cars. The case, if you remember, there was a little white boy who was from Palisades, who was rolling with the gangbangers, and he said that he was rolling with them, and he said no. By the time the got to him, the attorney said no, he wasn't rolling with them. They had taken his car and made him drive with them.
Hey, Glenn. I seen that. They said that the judge declared that he was just enticed by what he was seeing, and he's really not that type of kid, basically. So we don't feel he should be punished for just having
right. Now you and I take somebody to a murder, you know what's going to happen to us. It don't matter. It's how the way they handle white people, the way they handle black people. It's a completely different thing, and it's hard to what's the word I'm looking for? It's hard to take a person who is white and put them against their peers and they convict them, but it's easy for a black person to be convicted because it is not their peers. And that's basically what they're saying. It's like I said, this kid was coerced into going. This kid rolled from Palisades down to 78th and picked up them damn, what they call them, God, what's that gang off of 83rd? 8-Trays? What's the gang over there?
Yeah.
That's what we're
that's it.
The 8-Trays, right?
One of them.
And so he's
one of them, yeah.
Palisades. How do I get enticed to drive from 30 miles away to come to LA so they can jump in my car and shoot somebody? And then they let him out, but he's a good little white kid. He got rolling 60 or whatever. He had all them gang tats on him. But they hit him up, they hit his tats up. And then so they can't see what kind of kid he actually was or what he actually wanted to do. But it's hard, man. When you do something for yourself. You don't do something with a crowd of people. And it's like go ahead, y'all go ahead. I just see too much of it.
I mean, you're actually on to something, Glenn, because we living in this social media age, and these kids have the need to feel that everything they do needs to be posted. I mean, they so dumb. They bragging about murders they commit on social media.
Right.
I mean, they just
making songs and some more shit.
Yeah, I mean, they have no sense, no criminal sense, no common sense whatsoever. Yeah. It's like, we don't give a damn about the charge. We'll take the charge, but as long as people know we did it. That's all that matters.
Man.
It's the reputation.
And the shit is
they actually getting away with it.
But they
make a song about it that's a hit. People repeat the song.
Hey, listen, I ain't no angel, but I learned, man, to keep my mouth shut. My mother started me off a little bitty boy talking about the only thing hurts a duck is his bill. And I learned to keep my mouth shut. And, that's, it's like I said, I don't need the publicity if I went and did something, like I said, man, it's just something that you learn. I mean, I have, like I said, I have people I know who, they grown talking about, I ain't worried about going back to jail. That kind of shit that don't make sense to me, I mean, that kind of mentality's got to change, it's got to change. You got to care about something, and the best person to care about
people just don't want to change. Some people will never change. We know that. We see that every day. How many people said it back in the day they was going to stop smoking cigarettes when the price go up in the 90s? It's 2025. Price of cigarettes like $20, and they still buying packs of the shit.
Yeah. Well, you know, like I said, man, it's, you know, it's easy to be a fool. You know, it's real easy to be a fool. I got a story about that. You know, I went to work up in Washington State, and when I went to work, I bought a carton of cigarettes from the gas station on Florence and Normandy. It was $24 a pack. I mean, a carton. So I get up, I finish smoking the cigarettes. I walk in there, I say, "Hey, let me get a 2-pack of fools." Guy told me $12. I said, "Wait a minute, I didn't say a half a carton. I said 2 packs." and the guy said, "That's what they cost." I said, "Well, give me the packs because I ordered them." That was the last time I finished them 2 packs. That was the last cigarette I had. That was October the 10th, 2007. So, you know, it's like, hey, that was ridiculous asking me for $6. You know, but like I said, a friend of mine, you know, like I said, it was $9. He was still buying them.
Hey, what you say, Glenn? $12 for some cigarettes. It was cheaper to get some $10 head, huh?
Hey, man, $9.60. It cost me more for a pack of cigarettes than 2 packs of beer. I mean, 2 6-packs of beer. I said, man,
what you say? It cost you more that smokes than you know for her to smoke on you, huh?
It wasn't even her; it's a partner of mine. I wouldn't have brought no broad, no cigarettes.
Oh, no, I can't. I thought I was coming off mute to say something halfway intelligent. I'm cool.
Oh,
Yes,
it's
got
like
it.
damn cigarettes.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Man, they paying $20 for a pack of cigarettes. Come on, $1 a stick, and it causes cancer. You know,
that's brainwashing.
Man, that's just being stupid.
Hey, well, look now.
But you know,
we see that here in California. I mean, with the weed dispensaries you got everywhere, you got some people now that have probably $12 in their pocket, and they figuring out, damn, do I go in here and buy some weed or do I buy something to eat? My stomach growling. Why should that be even a decision? Go feed yourself.
Hey, now you know. Well, let's say the ways of the wise seem strange to a fool. So, you know, I can't, I mean, I just, you know, you got to live. You got to live, you know, and smoking cigarettes ain't living. It's like I said, that's some, you ever kiss, I don't know if y'all smoke or not, but you ever kiss a broad behind having a cigarette? It's like, God damn, bitch, go brush your teeth or something. But it's like, you know, I don't know. It's like walking around and being a fool. It's you know, it's like I said, it's just, you know, you just can't be that way. You can't be ignorant. You gotta really start seeing and being around people that have common sense. You know,
well, that's the thing. Some people don't have it. A lot of people don't realize they don't have common sense. It's some people. It'll shock you too. It's some people you've been knowing for years. You find out they ain't got no damn common sense. You be like, wow, how many people we know right now that's probably around like the age you are that you know personally, and you be saying sometimes that motherfucker, he or she, they ain't gonna never change. They too old to be that stupid. We all know one person like.
I know it's most of the people.
Now wait a minute. Now see. This is one thing that you got to learn. How come I'm hanging around with you?
You ain't got no common sense. You ain't got no common sense.
I'm hanging around with you. How come I get up in the morning and go walk with you? How come we get up and talk and enjoy our conversations when we walk?
Right, man. Look, you a poor judge of character, you know. But
no, I'm just saying. No. Hey, for the same reasons, like my boy Taurus called me for his morning inspirations every morning, you know, and I give him some knowledge before you go into the courtroom and say, and I tell him, you know, you got to go in there. You don't take no shit, you know, you don't let that man stand you up. You go in there, fuck that prosecutor, you know, you go in there and do your thing.
But see, that's what I'm saying. Like I said, I'm hanging around with you when I could be hanging around with damn fools, but I don't hang around with them. I find them and eliminate it from my life. I was taught that everybody that you meet, you put them on a totem pole and you watch them drop down the totem pole. And that's what you do. And when they get to a certain point, you got to get away from them. Because the next thing is they drag you into their bullshit. I don't need it. You know, you guys, like I said, you see a fool, get away from him. You know, you don't have to hang around people who are foolish.
You know what?
Hey, what they say? Go ahead, Don.
What you guys are talking about, the cigarettes, the weed, all that stuff, you know, I equate and I put alcohol in that same category. People don't do that, you know, because it's, you know what? Alcohol is actually the number one selling drug in the entire world. Period.
And this is why you don't drink, huh?
I mean, it's like, it's no comparison. Every country, alcohol is legal, yet they know it's a carcinogen. Canada, at one time, made it illegal in the 90s. And you know, we had it illegal in the 20s and 30s, but I don't believe they knew it was a carcinogen then, or they may have. But in any event, everybody knows what it does, but it's so much money in alcohol on this planet that they accept it.
You know, alcohol, like you said, you look at alcohol. Alcohol is something that you do when you're doing drugs. You know, I mean, you're doing drugs, you're smoking weed, what you doing? You drinking, you smoking, you know, you snorting, you drinking, you're doing everything it does, what you be drinking, you know, but it's not the alcohol that's the bad thing. You know, but when let me say this, it's not the alcohol that's the bad thing, it's the damn fool who's drinking it. You know, it ain't the gun, it's the damn fool who got the gun.
Yeah, but they're not aware of it. They're not aware of it. They don't advertise that. They don't put on a bottle like they do cigarettes. Alcohol is a carcinogen. They don't do that.
Well, let me say this: that when I quit smoking, okay, there was about a month before I quit smoking. They said that what is it? What's that group that governs all the products that are sold? I can't think of it right now, but they allowed them to put more.
The Food and Drug Administration.
Food and Drug Administration. They allowed them to put more ammonia into cigarettes to keep you addicted. You know what I'm saying? You know, that kind of shit is really ridiculous. You know, it's bad enough getting off them damn things, but they allowed the tobacco companies to add ammonia, which is an addict. When you burn it, it's an addictive drug, and they allowed them to do it. They allowed them to do more of it.
I understand what you're saying about that, but at least on a package of cigarettes, they give you a warning, and a lot of people stray away just because of that warning. On alcohol, you don't see such warnings, so everybody assumes alcohol is not harmful, other than you becoming an alcoholic or something. They don't know about the
they do
residual effect.
I think they do have it on the label.
I mean, I disagree with
Alcohol
that.
has it on the label?
People know the harmful effects of alcohol, just like they know the harmful effects of everything else. They make a conscious decision to do it. They don't.
Yeah, but
when they first start smoking cigarettes, they had no health claim on the package.
All right, tell me this then. Tell me this. How many times you hear them talking about alcohol being a carcinogen? Honestly, how many times do you hear it over and over again with any kind of smoke? But how often do you hear it with alcohol? The number one selling drug on the planet.
You know what I have heard? I've heard them say, especially once they've been diagnosed with something, they're like, I'm not stopping drinking. The hell with it. And that's just their attitude about it. They would drink or smoke until they died.
See, another thing is that there are people with addictive personalities. And these people with addictive personalities, they don't care. Hey, listen, I had a friend when I was up in Washington State. He was addicted to cocaine, snorting it, and smoking it. He was addicted to gambling, and he was addicted to alcohol. And he did each addiction by itself. He would drink for about a month, get off of drinking, go snorting cocaine. Then he would turn around and quit snorting cocaine and start smoking cocaine. Then he would stop all three of them and go gambling. I mean, he had this personality that was it just worked, you know. I mean,
He thought he was Rick James.
But you know, that's a funny thing. I mean, that a lot of people can smoke weed. They can smoke weed and then never smoke it again. You know, it ain't no big deal. People can drink, same thing. Drink it, never have another drink. But there's other people that actually have a desire to drink and smoke and gamble and do all these kind of things. You know,
Well,
and they, huh?
Well, I think it's easy to surmise that everybody can agree, without a doubt, that there's more people that drink alcohol than smoke or do anything.
Yeah,
I mean, maybe currently.
That's
it
fact.
just became.
I mean, even back in the day, other than the cocaine era, you know what I'm saying, the crack era, you know what I'm talking about. Other than that, yeah, I fully agree with that.
Hey,
Well,
Big
like
LA.
I said, alcohol has always been
Glenn,
legal.
let me ask you this real quick. Hey, let me ask you this real quick. Off
Sure.
what Big LA said and what you guys said also. You know, you hear a lot of people say too today that's still using like drugs like crack. They say, "Oh, I can't get off of it because the white man keep it in my face." What do y'all think about people who say that shit?
They got addicted personality and lying to themselves.
Did nobody tell you? Ain't nobody put no gun to your head and say go buy this.
Yeah, they got what now? They got weed houses all over the place in LA. You know, ain't
So
nobody like I smoked weed for a long time. I got tired of smoking it. Plus my job, you know, it takes 30 days to get out your system, and I start having to go get drug tested. So I said, well, do I want a job or do I want to get drug tested? You know, or not to have a job. So I got rid of the thing. I got rid of weed. It wasn't important, you know. Alcohol is not important. You know, it's not in my life. You know, it's just like I said, something to do. You know, I'm sitting around by myself and I'm watching a game or something like that. And you know, most people are addicted to beer. You know, because beer is the most popular drink that you can have. I mean, everybody drinks beer. I can't remember the last time I had a beer.
Even some of these badass kids around here.
Yeah.
I don't drink. I don't drink, bro. So everybody don't drink it.
Yeah, well, you know, but I'm just saying. I mean, you know,
Hey, Glenn.
Yeah.
Hey, Glenn, that man Don right there doesn't drink hard liquor, and he's one of the purest men you ever know. He hasn't had sex with a woman in 28 years.
Lord have mercy.
Oh man.
You better hurry it up because when you get old like me, ain't gonna want to.
I am old.
How old are you?
I'm 65.
Oh well, shit. Yeah, you're there. You're there. Yeah, shit. I'm 71, so you know it ain't no big deal.
It's like 28 years. What the fuck?
Hey, it ain't no big deal no more. You know,
Hey,
I'll be watching these programs.
Hey, Tars, can you go 28 days?
Oh, hell no. 28 years?
Wait a minute, let me ask you this. You know, do you have a domestic engineer or are you without a domestic engineer?
I'm gonna say I'm without.
Glenn, tell him.
I have access.
Uh-huh.
Look, I have access.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but I wouldn't say no, not a domestic engineer, no.
Yeah,
Hey,
I
hey,
like
Tars.
to say, man,
Tar Glenn said he got one on the knee sucking right now.
I just like to say, man, it just you get to a point, man, it's all that childish shit goes out the window. I ain't chasing nothing no more. He got to chase me.
Hey, what you say, country? He right now doing like this, huh?
Bouncing the table, right?
Hey, but like they say, man, hey, especially for some of my older brothers, you know, y'all don't be letting these young girls give y'all that head, man. Blew your prostate up, and you know you don't need that right now because these chicks is sucking till they see blood, and you don't need that.
I only got one girl, man.
Listen,
one girl.
It's so funny you said that. Like going through the crack era, I had cats I was working with. Dudes having mobile homes and jewelry on their wrists and fingers and neck. And,
mobile homes?
I mean, beautiful houses and shit like that. And over a blowjob, they lost all that shit. You know, a young broad that they can sit there and watch some dude do like this and tell them where the broad is at. Lost everything. You know, cats having these nice Cadillacs and Lincolns and stuff like that, and they go out to their car in the parking lot, and the car be gone. It was so funny, man, that you would see that kind of stuff, and then, like I say, you learn. You know, if this happens to them, why can't it happen to me? You know, like I said, man, when that shit, and you know, it's like, I don't know. It's some of that shit was so childish and how it happened that these cats were losing everything that they had over that shit. I mean, losing everything. Wives calling the job, talking about, please don't give my husband a check. Can you please? I'll come pick it up. You know, wives begging that, you know, to make sure that I'm telling you, man, you think I'm kidding you. That hurt, you know, to watch this stuff. I mean, women be crying. You know, my husband is, I don't know where my husband goes. We used to leave. I used to work in Torrance, and there was a bowling alley on Western and about 208th Street or something like that. And it would be a line wrapped around getting the checks. You know, on Thursday night, when they give them the checks, they'd be out there wrapped around the bowling alley, walking up there to get their money, so they head right to the dope house. You know, I mean, it just didn't make no sense. You know, why try to make money just to stay high? You know, you know, like,
they wanted. That's what they wanted. A lot of and a lot of them didn't want it because of the drugs. A lot of those guys who were smoking rock cocaine, they got addicted to the sex that came along with the drugs, you know, because a lot of them was, you know, with them strawberries getting high and having sex, and they got used to that lifestyle.
Hey, man, see, before your time, but man, I seen it. A friend of mine called me over to his house one time. He was selling cocaine, and he said, "Let me show you what this shit'll do." And he showed me what that shit'll do, man. I said, "Fuck this shit. Be damned if I, you know, I don't need that kind of shit in my life." You know, so it's like I said, it was just, you know, I drink, and you know, like I said, I smoke weed, and that was that. You know, I didn't have to go experiment no higher. You know, they talking about you start with alcohol, and then you go to weed, then you go to cocaine, then you go to heroin. No, you know where your limit is at. You know, you just gonna keep experimenting. But yeah, man, it was a hell of a time.
Hey, Glenn. Hey, Glenn, let me ask you this. This is something you said earlier, you know, about some of these guys messing with these young girls and stuff. Say, for instance, you at a club, you know, you had a good, nice time. You leave a nice young lady, you get in the car, you had a few drinks, you find out she only 40 years old, but she already got your thing in her hand. So you going to keep going, or you going to tell her to get out?
I tell that bitch to get out. Too much happens when you're a fool. And she got it. She get out. shit, I can do this and I can do that. I get the fuck out of my car. Shit. You think that shit ain't happened before? Shit, I remember this friend of
You
mine
say
told
you
me,
been down that road before?
I've been down that road, man. I mean, I went out, this friend of mine had me to take out this broad, right? So I take this broad out and I get to, you know, there's a place, I don't know if from LA, you know, you ever heard of Captain Kids? You ever heard that? It's a restaurant in Torrance called Captain Kids.
That sounds familiar. You heard of that,
What
Don?
they do is, it's a fish
Captain
place.
what?
Captain Kidd.
No, I never heard of it.
It's on the pier. Anyway, I took this broad there, so I'm gonna take her out, you know, and I get her there, and the bitch orders 2 goddamn dinners. I said, "Wait a minute, baby, are you gonna eat all this food?" Oh yeah, I'm hungry. All right, so you know what I'm saying. So I knew it came with dinner and pussy, but you know, I take the bitch home. She got her kids waiting for her to feed them. You know. So that just, like I said, is dinner and pussy. It's like, fuck the pussy, get the fuck out of my car. I'm gone. But that's, you know, like I said, you know, a fool goes chase the pussy. It don't, you know, it don't make no sense, you know, and that's what the problem is. That like most motherfuckers are chase pussy. You know, like they told me, it said, you know, pussy will make a man go where he's scared to carry a gun. And it's the truth. You see cats they go through this shit trying to just get the pussy. No, I'm
Well, she took both the fish dinners, huh? She took both the fish dinners, huh?
Yeah, she ate a little bit of both of them and said, I'll bring them home. I said, all right.
They got some to-go place quick. Huh?
Yeah.
For a second, I thought you was finna say you grabbed that one last fish, picked it up in your hand, and grabbed it and stuck it on your dick.
Guess what?
It was like,
Y'all know what the fuck y'all into. Well, y'all into some shit there.
Man, but listen, you know, like I said, it's just, fuck that shit, bitch, get away from me. Well, I hope your kids is fine. But if the bitch would have turned around and bought her dinner for herself and said, listen, time's tough. Hey, would you stop at Jack in the Box or McDonald's and buy my kids some food? I would do that. And then
it might have been a dinner for her man.
Huh?
It might have been a dinner for her man.
No, you should have heard that.
What you say, Glenn? What you say, Glenn? Glenn said, I took that damn gas station pill and that shit, I mean, then I had to get all that shit and then nothing came out of it.
Oh, man.
Hey, what you say, Glenn? Say shit,
like
buying food for the whole house.
You know, when I started as a young man, like everybody that I knew was like 10, 15 years older than me. So they were running game at me. You know, and those people weren't, you know, that they weren't joking. They were running games with, you know, they were running it. Hey man, these dudes will do this. These people do this. They do this. Watch them. You know, keep an eye on them. Do this. Do that. You know, and I would see that kind of stuff, and I learned. Hey man, take care of yourself. If the more you take care of yourself, the better off you are. You know, and that's what I learned, and I'm still learning it. You know, like I said, because you know we all have our weak moments and shit. You know, but you know, it's like I said, you just learn to take care of yourself. You learn to watch what goes on, watch the people you deal with. You know, and once you start watching the people you deal with and watching what they'll do to you, as they've done to other people, then that's your fault. You know.
Hey, you know what? Hey, Glenn, I want to piggyback off what you said because I've heard this before. I just want to repeat it because you brought it to my attention that, you know, a lot of people, for the people who are biblically or Christians, you know, they say that a lot of the time the devil going to send somebody that you're comfortable with to get close to you and you know, do some harm to you. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be cautious. So, you know, whatever you like doing or whatever you cool with, you know what I'm saying? 9 out of 10, that snake, that you know, that snake in the sky is gonna be something you would allow in. You know what I'm saying? Because if you seen the devil coming, you're not gonna make a deal with the devil. So it's gonna be somebody you comfortable with.
Somebody over there look like they're getting sleepy.
No, just yawning.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you, you know, like I said, yeah, I'm hanging with a 40. I'm somebody 30 years younger than me. I'd rather hang with him than most of the people that I know. So, you know, it's like I said, it's who you are and what you do and how you do it. You know, man works his ass off. He's always, you know, family oriented. Can't help him not liking him. I got to keep an eye on him because he brought that devil shit up on me. So I got to keep an eye on him.
Well, look, I'm just saying, man. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, people come like, hey, the devil come in disguise. You know what I'm saying? So people got to be cautious. You know, watch your back at all times. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, especially some of these sack cases for some of you older brothers out there who, you know, Don Glenn Tars may spend a little bit. You know what I'm saying? They may come and put something on you. You know what I'm saying?
You know, I don't flip like that.
Oh, that went
You know,
out
I
the
don't do
window
that.
when them tax collectors got after me. I can't do shit no more.
Hey, maybe that's what you need, man. Go bust something down, take that frustration out. You know, that's what Big LA over there doing right now.
I think anybody first thing they need to learn is, you know, characters count, man. And I don't do nothing, surround myself with nobody but good character. They got good character, you okay. If they don't, and you know who got good character, and you don't, you choose to hang around them, you know, the residuals are on you.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna hang around the crackhead if I don't do it.
Yeah.
I had a friend I've been knowing ever since junior high school. I couldn't do it no more, you know, and I broke up friendship with his ass. So, you know, it's like I said, man, and you got to watch how the way people change. You know, you really have to watch a lot. You know, you have to you know, like I said, they with you, they running with you, and all of a sudden, you know, you're running with them, you know, and you're running behind them. Then it's like, wait a minute, something ain't right here. And you got to break away from stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, it's too hard. You know, life is a bitch. You don't be with somebody trying to take you down. You know, everybody here, man. You know, it's like you're one mistake away from a bad trip. You know, and you got to get away from that. You know, that kind of shit. You know, you see it, you got to get away from it. You know?
Well, you know what, Glenn? That's why I say all the time too, you know, especially in LA, a lot of people we see nowadays that, you know, even younger than me, they don't have fathers, you know what I'm saying? And that's why when I see a lot of people out, some cats that may be older, like 30s, 20s, but younger than me, you know, you holler at them on some real shit because sometimes somebody just needs somebody to talk to. Somebody ain't never really had nobody tell them nothing positive. You know, it's somebody that I bumped into. He picked up something for me that I dropped, and I said, thank you. I appreciate it. And he said, man, I ain't never had nobody tell me thank you a day in my life. And I thought he was playing, but when I looked at him, I said, damn, that's crazy. That brought me to the realization that, damn, not everybody go through the same stuff. Some people got it real bad, you know what I'm saying? Some people ain't never had a nice word said to them.
Yeah. Like
So you gotta look at stuff different. You know what I'm saying? You gotta look at different. Look at how you go about life different. You know, just because I mean, I tell you right now, man. You know, all of us, you know, shit. We've all been in a situation where we had to pay bills and had to really come up out of some kind of way. You know what I'm saying? Think, be quick on your feet, but you got through it. You know what I'm saying? But some people ain't able to do that at all because they wasn't taught that way. They ain't never had no positive role models. You know what I'm saying? So they don't know how to act quick. Some people don't even know how to take care of themselves. Ain't got the nerve to want to have a damn family.
It's easy.
Like I said, I used to do the Little League baseball and shit, you know. And that was a trip because, you know, like I said, you see, you know, fathers not in their kids' lives. And That's a hard thing to take, you know. Because like I said, I appreciated my sons. My sons made me grow up, you know. And so you know, it's like you have appreciation for things. But anyway, look here. I'm gonna have to bust out of here and go over here and take care of my business before I go to sleep. You know, I'm old, so I get up early in the morning.
Yeah, something you just said just resonated with me when you said that you didn't have your dad. I'm thinking about in the 80s, a lot of people didn't have their dads or their moms. You know, moms was out doing something, pops was out doing something. In those days, you know what a lot of them was doing, and that's a cold life. You got
Yeah,
to get
well,
up and fend for yourself as a 7 and 12-year-old kid. That's tough.
oh yeah. Yeah. I've done, like I said, I've been called dad a whole lot of times by kids who, you know, misspeak. You know, instead of calling me coach, they call me dad or something like that, and it hurts. You know, it's like because you can't be all over the place. You know, these kids need support. They need the direction of somebody who's gonna be a man to them. You know. I was watching a thing on TikTok with this. I don't know if you guys ever watched TikTok. This guy who's a social psychiatrist or whatever, and he was this woman. She's dancing on a pole trying to talk about she can raise a man. Ain't a woman in the world can raise a man. You know. Unless she has influence. You know, it's like, you know, I don't know if you guys kids, but both my kids, you know, they was in the bathroom with me, both of us sitting there pissing on the toilet. I mean, pissing in the toilet at the same time. You know, so how can she teach a child how to be a man? This white guy I met, I used to sell cars at Felix Chevrolet, and he came in and he said, "Man, this little boy, he puts down the seat and pisses in the toilet. Now, you know, you don't piss, you know, you got to piss standing up. This little boy was taught to piss sitting down. Took him out, you know. But, you know, I blame a hell of a lot of that shit.
Glenn.
Huh?
Hey, Glenn, make you laugh of what you said. I never forget at the courthouse one day going into the urinals. You know, LA County Courthouse. Towards, you know, there's all courthouses the same urinals in the public courthouse. You got about 10 stalls next to each other. You have a guy come in there. It's like 20 stalls, 20 urinals on the wall. I'm at one. It's another guy probably 4 urinals over, maybe 5. This guy comes stand right in the middle of us. He drops his pants all the way to his damn ankles, drawers and on, pees like a little boy. I call security on his ass.
Hey man, you know, like I said, you got to have that 2 or 3 stall respect. You know. Anyway, let me get out of here, man. I'm gonna talk to y'all later. I'll talk to y'all later.
All right, Glenn.
All right. Have a good evening, my brother. Have a good
I'll
evening.
see you later. Glad to meet you guys.
All right, Glenn.
Hey, how you get out? Oh, here, I get that. All right, come on now, get me out of here.
All right, I get you out of here. Oh man, hey, real talk. Big LA came back just in time, man. You know, we thank Mr. Glenn for stopping through, man. You know what I'm saying? Like that got a lot of knowledge, man. You know, been in the game for a while, you know what I'm saying? The working field, you know what I'm saying? It's still out there. You know what I'm saying? But real talk though, man. Hey, before we get up out of here, Big LA, real quick, I had to ask you this. Do you think a change is going to come to the city after this indictment?
Been waiting, doing something different right now.
I think Big LA over there touched himself. Hey, Don.
Yeah,
hey,
I think so too.
Hey, Don, what you think, man? Do you think something is gonna come out of this, man? You know what I'm saying? Like, is this gonna be better for the city? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you see a change coming? Because, like I say, this is not the first this is not the first. I'm pretty sure there's going to be many more gangs that probably get hit of all races in LA, especially Olympics is coming. So what you think?
You know, I agree with you on that. They're gonna try to clean up, but you know what? How you gonna clean up something that you manifested? You know, that's tough. You know, they made all of this happen. So, and quiet as it kept, the gangs aren't the only one that's profiting. They're making profit off of this. They making more than the gangs. So you be the judge. You know, the politicians are making money too. So do I? Some they'll put a band-aid on it. I'll agree with that. They'll make it look nice. But ultimately,
Yeah, I agree.
if you're making hundreds of millions of dollars off of this stuff, how much are they going to cut off? How much of their arm are they going to nibble off? Their own arm. I say they'll bite a fingernail too, and that's about it.
Yeah, I agree. Hey, Tars, real quick, man. I don't know, have you heard about it? But like I said, what we talked about earlier, and I know Don familiar with it. You know, a part of the Rolling 60 RICO indictment. They got 18 people, and people aren't talking about Eric Holder. You know the one that
that's the
killed
shooter,
Nipsey Hussle.
right? Yeah.
That's the shooter. If he turns federal witness all the way, and even turn, do you think he can get off of capital murder charge?
No, I don't think he's gonna get off. No, I mean it's too high profile of a crime. You get a reduced sentence, you know. They'll give him something he can handle. But as far as get off, no. I don't think so. There's too many eyes is watching that. You know, it's really what it's about. It's a high profile crime, and that's not one they're gonna want to sweep under the rug. And I doubt they're really offering too many plea bargains there. So they'll offer him something if he has valuable information that can assist, you know, in getting Big U, because that seems like he may be the one that they really want anyway, but he's gonna do some time.
Yeah. I mean, well, I agree with you on that. A lot of people got mixed feelings. A lot of people in LA, not even just in the gang culture, some people feel that guys like him, if what he's alleged to be accused of is true, they feel that guys like him are needed to protect neighborhoods and stop allowing outsiders to come in and make money off of their neighborhood and not pay the people of that neighborhood. You got some people who think like that. Then you got some people who don't think like that. I mean, it's just crazy, especially people who in LA, who grew up in LA, 70s, 80s, 90s, you know what I'm saying, who ran the streets. Not saying you gang, but you live that life. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of changes that's went on. I think we're gonna start seeing now that the changes that we wanted to go on, some changes are about to go on. Some people who don't like the changes, maybe they need to get up out of here too.
What changes do you think are going to go on?
Well, for one, like I say in LA, for example, when I was coming through high school, a lot of people in my era didn't get to play or utilize their talents because of the gang environment. They couldn't afford to stay at schools that they went to because they lived in a neighborhood, which they didn't bang, but they adapted to their environment. So, you know, in a lot of these gangs that they're targeting now, a lot of these people terrorize the streets. People don't want to admit that. Yeah, I mean, shit, you seen that hell in LA. A lot of these gangs have terrorized the streets. You know what I'm saying? So people are tired of it. That's all over. I think people are tired of it in LA. I think people are tired of it in Chicago, New York, Houston, Miami. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, and not talking about the city representatives, the police or the mayor. I'm talking about the residents, the people who pay property taxes in these neighborhoods. They tired of the shit. They want to see a change. They want to be able to walk up and down the street like Mr. Glenn say. We walk in the neighborhoods. I mean, you can't be scared of shit. You know, you got to go one day, but you shouldn't have to think like that. You should be able to live in peace in your own neighborhood without having to worry about shit. So if everything that was alleged with these guys is true, I think it'll better the community. You know what I'm saying? If they have concrete evidence and not falsifying anything. then hey, I tell people like that, you don't want to get in trouble, don't feed into the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to become a drug addict, don't go buy a rock and smoke it. You know, just as simple as that.
According to latest data,
here, but
are trading in their vehicles
we've been on it for a while, man. Hey Tars, man, go ahead, man. We finna get up out of here, man. Why don't you go ahead and tell people something real quick and tell them where they can find you, man. Tell them where they can find the law firm, man. Give them, your socials or whatever. Social media is not just Social Security. I don't want you to, say put your number one on here. You know what I'm saying? Just your social media.
All right, man. You can contact us at 832-742-0700. That's Stringfellow Taylor and Associates. We're on Instagram, 713 Lawyers, 674, I believe. And website stlawtx.com. So, hey, stay safe, keep your eyes open, and try to stay out the way because the people will get you if they find you out there. And stay open. Look, I don't want to say the words woke anymore because that's had such a negative connotation, but be aware. Because, hey, it's a lot of bullshit going on.
Whole lot of bullshit, man. We're officially in spring. Summer's coming up. So Tars down there in Texas. I know people in the Texas down south. Y'all better stay hydrated. Get your water. Mosquito spray and all that shit. Even though that shit don't work because the mosquitoes in Texas they like drug addicts. They take that fucking off from you and snort it. But hey, Don, man, why don't you go ahead, man? Get the people some news they can use, man. Tell them something decent. You a vet out of LA, man. Why don't you tell some people something that can keep them out of trouble and maybe they can help them progress in life?
Well, all I can say is, you probably might want to help your neighbors, help whoever you can, because batten down the hatches. Don't look like everything's gonna be smooth selling for the next couple years, but if you look at out after one another, then we got a better shot. If everybody's hating one another, how hate spear across the nation and across the cities and the neighborhoods and make everybody mad at each other. So brothers try to love each other, sisters try to love each other. Keep your head on straight. Keep on pushing. Ask the man upstairs to protect you. Just get ready for the ride. Hopefully we get through it. Some of us will, some of us won't. And that's a fact. It's gonna get rough.
What you say, Don? Only a remnant is gonna make it, huh?
That's what he say. Only a remnant. And we know who those are. We know who they are.
Hey, Big LA, you on?
I am going to take some.
Well, Big LA still touching himself.
Big LA could have shared, man. Every now and then I eat a pork chop. Shit, throw me one. Shit.
Oh shit.
Hey, but shout out to everybody. Shout out to Big Glenn, Mr. Glenn, for showing up. Glenn is a very knowledgeable guy. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of crazy. The guys nowadays in the 70s don't look like it no more. So they out here still active. So you young ladies, y'all get in touch with Glenn. He looking for a friend. You know what I'm saying? Something he can get up in. You know what I'm saying? Y'all holler at Glenn.
Oh man.
But you know what, man? We're coming back to y'all next week. Mike do some pop-up things through the week. You know what I'm saying? Shout out there. Everybody, shout out to Rose, Yogi, everybody, LA Street Draft Media, you know what I'm saying? But hey, y'all just stay positive, leave the negativity alone, help out somebody who need help. Some people say, how do I know who need help? Oh, who need help. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't just get the money.
Okay, so Honey Pete, that means you.
Okay, there we go.
He would stop touching himself and trying to jump on at the end and shit.
Hey, Big LA just shot off a fig-sized loogie, if you know what I mean. He said, "Let me hop on this real quick."
Wow. I was dealing with my adolescence at the time, you understand me? I'm not going there with you. But I did hear you say you was paying $58 per nigga on Fig to get right.
Paying what?
I
Hey,
heard
hey,
you
hey,
paying.
Big LA. Hey, Big LA. Since you on here, man, go ahead, man. Tell some people some news they can use before we get up out of here, man.
Love yourself, love your people. And if you actually see somebody doing good, or just see them in life, and they're able to come outside, tell them, you know what I'm saying, shake their hand, tell them how you doing, you know what I'm saying? The slightest of good energy could change somebody's day. Aside from Honey P paying for niggas horizontals on feet.
Paying for lines on Fig.
I'm trying to see it. That's random.
That's random. You don't go in there to do that. Not on Fig.
Right, that's why I'm like, that's random in the motherfucker.
What? You know what? Bump y'all.
That's random shit.
Hey, Big LA, man, you need to stop telling on yourself, my brother. Hey, but real talk, man. Hey, we gonna come at y'all next Monday. Maybe some shit through the week pop up. Me and LA may do some pop up morning buzz shows. You know what I'm saying? Coming to you soon. You know what I'm saying? So y'all be ready. 9 o'clock in the morning. If y'all want something to do, something to listen to while you're on break, you know, y'all stay tuned. But follow West of the 110 on Facebook, West of the 110 on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Y'all follow all these brothers. Y'all check them out. If y'all want to find them, y'all find this page. Y'all can find them. Till next time, we'll see y'all next week.
All right, y'all be careful out there.
Like that.